What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boys, the King and I Life podcast, hosted by your man, Soul Touch the Poet in the house, and my brother.
Sounds so Lex.
Yo, what's up? Hit us up on whatever podcast platform that you choose to subscribe to. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Like, subscribe, and share. As always, Son So Lex gonna come up with the rest of that shit.
Man, make sure y'all hit us on that Patreon. Hit that like, share, subscribe. Go and get it in, man.
Yes.
Also, you can hit us up on Cash App if you want to contribute to the show. Again, none of that money, none, not 1 cent, goes into either one of our pockets. It goes right back into the show.
Of course.
So we're definitely trying to again keep bringing you great content and dope interviews. So with that being said, if you guys want to reach out to us, you can hit us up at KINGANDEYE369 at gmail.com. Again, that's KingandI369 at gmail.com. Again, if you have a topic that you want to chop it up, you want to discuss something you want to get off your chest, maybe you're just sitting back and noticing how this world is shaping up right now. And you just want to hear our insight on it. Or maybe you want us to hear your insight on it. So come on the show. Let's chop it up. Send us an email, man. Let's get it in for sure.
Yeah. So before we came on, you was asking me who that music was. That's I don't know if you remember, homie. He went to school with us, Colton Hall. I don't know if you remember him.
Cool.
But he was my class in 91.
Okay, yeah. Probably why I don't remember.
Your sister probably remember him though.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
Yeah. So man, I'm a little tired, but as of recording, it is May 17th. This episode is gonna probably drop in about 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. Damn. It's been a good day so far. Had a decent weekend. What about yourself?
It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I just chilled out. Got a chance to work on my car. So, anytime I get a chance to work on my 6'4", I'm in heaven.
No, that's right.
I got a chance to kick with my son and my wife, so I have no complaints, man. I'm good.
That's what's up. Man, so we gonna talk about something.
Yeah, man. This one is it jumped out at us today. So
yeah, it would be nice to have it on. What was you gonna say?
So we had this one on the list for a long while.
Yeah, a long time. I think it would have been nice to have a religious person on here.
Yeah.
Other than us heathens. No, we ain't heathens, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a let me see, how can I describe what this is going to be? I think it's going to be humorous, entertaining, with a sprinkle of seriousness on it.
Yes.
That's what I think.
I have to concur.
So the title of this episode is 7 Sins. Yeah, we're gonna run through them, but to jump in it.
Yeah, we're gonna put out this disclaimer right now.
Oh my God.
We don't know every word in the Bible word for word.
Don't know it.
Cannot begin to sit up here and tell you this verse or that verse. But we are familiar with the Bible. We read it, and I can't say we can relate to everything in it, but we dibbled and dabbled, and I can't say I read it from cover to cover. But
I'm not even going to put that lie out there.
I damn near done did it back when I was when I was.
I was never interested in doing that. Just to keep it 100.
Yeah,
Just to
that's
keep
when
it
I
real.
was
Never
heavy in
interested in doing
religion.
that. But I think the only scripture that I know word for word is John 3:16. And that was one that I heard and recited so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the only
I
one.
mean, it's funny now, man, because I was at one point in my life where, man, I could damn near go pretty much verse for verse with people to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say I was an expert, but back when I was heavy in religion, going to church damn near every Sunday and praising the Lord and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
I found that religion has a purpose. I don't believe that religion is for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that everyone, no matter what religion you're in, you should really do the research on that religion.
Mm.
Meaning, find out exactly where it came from. Remember exactly who introduced you to religion and why they introduced you to
Have
religion.
mercy on my entire soul.
So, again, this is just a disclaimer of, don't come for our heads because we're talking about the holy book with the 7 sins. We're just chopping it up, no
Yeah.
more, no less, just saying how it relates to our personal views. Again, personal views. So, with that being said,
Wait a minute, goddamn it! You ain't gonna give your own disclaimer, not give mine.
Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Don't throw it out there. Shit.
Yeah, this is in no way, shape, or form intended to be a religious debate.
Nope.
Like Sun Solex said, this is just our how these 7 sins relate to our personal selves. But I will throw out the challenge to anyone out there who has their own opinions on, the 7 sins, as it applies to them personally or it applies to them religiously. I challenge you to come on the podcast and give your perspective and your point of view. The other thing that I would say to that is, damn, I think I lost my damn thought. Damn, it'll come back to me. But
For sure.
at the end of the day, yeah, as you were saying, research what you are choosing to practice in as far as it comes to organized religion. And
Yes.
definitely keep in mind, I'm not too familiar with, how other religious practices go, but under the conglomerate structure of Christianity, as they always say, it is to your own interpretation.
Yes,
So,
sir.
furthermore, with that being said, don't come for our heads, because if you interpret it one way, I interpret it one way, Sun Solex interprets it another way, that is what it is. As long as we all have a common respect for everyone's position, it don't matter.
No, sir. So again, we're not bashing any religion here. Don't think that whatever religion you are a part of, we fully support that.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll put the battery in your back. So
yeah. Don't come for me.
We do your thing. Hey, may the universal God bless you and whatever it is you into. As long as you ain't hurt nobody else, do your thing.
Yes, indeed. So, with that being said, religion plays a factor in many people's lives. But how do the seven sins stack up to, you know, the individuals' lives? How does it affect a community? How does it affect a society? And we're saying that, but we're looking at it as how it affects us, what it means to
Right.
us in these things.
Yes, sir.
So, is there a strong belief in them?
Yes, sir, there is.
You think
There's
so?
a very, very strong belief in these seven sins. When I was heavy into the church, I mean, there were people who would literally chop your damn head off if you said anything against the Bible, or what's written in the Bible, or the seven sins. Exactly, like they live their lives based off of the book. So again, I can't take anything away from that. I think that religion is needed. I think that the guidance that religion and the book offers is no way a bad thing. I think what makes it bad is how people actually take it and twist it to a certain extent to their favor and their personal favor. So I still definitely think that people heavily believe in these things.
Let's see. I'm going to have to say there is a strong belief in them, but I think I want to say, as far as the seven sins is concerned, I think it's a belief in them, but on the other hand, I think it's a little hypocritical. And I think I kind of think that it's, how do I want to say it? I kind of think that it's like depending on what part of the country you're in, and I'm just speaking for America. I'm not speaking as far as Christianity and the seven sins around the world.
Right.
I kind of think that depending on what part of the country you're in, it's pushed in different ways, in different communities and different family groups. That's yeah, that's you know how I see that to a degree.
True. So true. I will say I agree with you. Again, because certain organizations, certain individuals take these seven sins and apply it when needed on their own personal behalf. So I'm not gonna name any names or any organizations. For those of you who are thinking, son, gonna put somebody out there. No, I'm not with that. In case y'all haven't noticed, me and King, we rarely bring up anyone's name specifically.
Right.
And even then, if we do bring up their names, it's not because we're attacking them as a individual.
Not at all.
Because we don't know them. But we can judge a situation. So if you find yourself in a situation, and all of us have from time to time, Again, we can't judge you, but we can judge the situation.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing here. We're not judging any organization specifically, no single individual, but we're just talking about the 7 sins as we see them. And that's it.
Is it? Nothing more, nothing less. So, do you think people use them when they are convenient?
I definitely think they are used, out of context. They use, to manipulate people to a certain extent.
There we go. Now we get into the meat of this shit.
Yeah. I think that certain individuals, again, who may be leaders of certain organizations, they can sit up there and preach to you about this sin and that sin. But on the back end of it, they're doing damn near everything they're accusing you of. So that's why I feel like, and we have many of examples, and again, not calling anyone out, where we found very high profile leaders of organizations finding themselves in very publicized and explicit and legally ugly situations. So again, I think that certain individuals use these sins to, in a certain degree, to control. And again, while they're doing everything they're telling you not to do, they're doing.
Exactly. Yep. You starting to talk that talk.
Yeah. I'm easing into it. I ain't gonna jump right in.
You ain't gotta jump in. I'm gonna put my whole foot in the water. I ain't gonna put my pinky toe in there. This is the problem that I personally have with I'm just gonna say the 7 sins. I'm just gonna leave it there.
All right.
This is the problem that I have with the 7 sins, because I think people use it when it's convenient. And it don't matter what your racial background is in America. This burns me to the core, because and it mainly burns me to the core because of how these 7 sins, as it pertains to Christianity, was pushed upon a lot of people. And again, I'm just going to stick to America. I'm not going to stick to the world, because that's a whole different discussion. But
yes,
these 7 sins have been used to oppress people, manipulate people, separate people. It's a whole lot of things that they were used for, and it aggravates me so much to see how people feed into it. Now, again, if you believe in it to its core and the fundamentals and all of it and this, that, and the other, cool. Because I'm not going to say that I'm not a believer. I just don't get too heavy in it because of the manipulations and how, people use it when it's convenient. And personally, what I cannot stand is watching people. Again, I'm not going to break this down into race, because this applies to everybody that I've seen.
It does.
What burns me up is how people are shouting from the rooftop, scriptures and this, that, and the other, and you should do this and you should do that. You can't do this, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm looking at these people, and it's like, you're the same people who violate these 7 sins, whether you violate 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. it doesn't matter when you do it, how you do it. People do it, and they do it with, you know, with pride, so to speak. You do it
Yes.
with no regard for how it affects other people, how it affects though the people who's doing it, how it affects them at their very core, or um, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, it burns me up.
True. Um, I'm not gonna disclose what I believe or what I don't believe, because in the end of the day, or at the end of the day, what I believe or don't believe, that's on me.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've had many of people ask me, what do I believe? And some of them I feel I can be honest with them and tell them, you know, my exact thoughts. And then others, you know, I keep it to myself, because I'm not the type that, I don't believe in attacking anyone for their religious beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not necessary. Who am I as a being on this plane to tell someone else who and what to believe in, to tell you who and what is cool and what's not cool?
Right.
That's not for me. One thing I will say is, as long as you're not hurting yourself or hurting anyone else, do your thing. So, with that being said, we'll move on to the first one, unless you have more interjection.
Only other thing I was going to say to that is, I don't give a damn if you're hurting yourself when it comes to that. My thing is, in the process of you hurting yourself, don't hurt other people, because as a person, you can believe whatever it is you want to believe. You can do whatever it is you want to do. But as long as whatever you believe, do, think, and act upon does not affect other people, float your boat in whatever water you want to float it in. I mean,
For sure.
because, you know, it's easy. It's easy. It's, you know, because I've said it too. As long as you're not hurting yourself or other people, but, you know, at the end of the day, you can't stop anybody from pursuing what they believe. And if they believe whatever they're doing is right, then go ahead. As long as it does not affect other people. And I say that because growing up, you know, religion was one of those things that caused a lot of friction to me as a child. And as a child, I hated going to church because of the way it was. Oh, and I'm like, I'm a child. Like, the hell, you can't be throwing nothing on me like that. Like, but it was like, I was just nothing much I could say.
Yeah. I'll save some more for the rest. But we'll go ahead and jump on the first one, which is pride.
Mm-hmm.
Rational, corrupt sense of one's personal value, status, or accomplishment.
Yeah. So with that, what I will say about that is, again, that's one of those things that leads into one person's perception of it. You never know, and I'll just throw this rhetorical statement out there. You never know what I've been through. So if I accomplish something, if I have certain values or certain status, allow me the room to express my pride in that, or whatever it is, because, you know, I came from a crazy childhood, to where I was told you know, you ain't gonna never be nothing. You ain't shit. You bastard. And you know, I dealt with all of that. So if I have a certain sense of a way I'm gonna operate because I've accomplished something, or my personal values I feel are higher than the garbage that I came from, or if I feel like my social status and financial status is better than what I came from, let me live in that. Um, I'm not going to do it in a way that makes me appear like I'm coming off that I'm better than someone else. It's just that where I came from is a solar system away from where I was. And that's something that I want to celebrate. I'm proud of my accomplishments. I'm proud of my achievements. I'm proud of who I came to be as a man. Um, I'm proud of, you know, let's say 10 years ago, I was, you know, living less than check to check. And now I'm in a position to where I'm not having that to worry about. My pride is going to be up there. So let me have that.
I definitely feel you on that. I mean, when it comes down to pride, it's, you know, pretty much with like any and everything else. There's two sides of it, right? Pride in oneself and proud of the accomplishments that, you know, you're either able to achieve, or some of the things that you're able to live through, you know, that weren't the best situations, but you got through it. So you take pride in knowing that, hey, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, I was able to get through some of the traumas that went through, you know, my life. But the one section of pride I'm going to speak on is called when you have so much pride that you don't recognize that your own pride can be your downfall.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people with so much damn pride, you know, especially like when they have money. And again, nothing against money.
Right.
I think we all, you know, can use money. It's a necessary tool, unfortunately. But when you have so much pride because you have so much money has allowed you to achieve and reach a certain level in society.
Mm-hmm.
And then when everything gets taken away from you, you know, in the blink of an eye, your pride won't allow you to let materialistic things go.
Right.
So I remember a time in my life when I was so prideful that I pretty much had everything in my life I could ever want at that time. You know, I had fancy cars, motorcycles, cribs, business, and, you know, working a job at the same time. But then, you know, I hit a rough patch in life, meaning the goddamn economy went into the freaking tank, and so did everything I was working my behind off. Went in the tank.
Right.
So it got so bad that I pretty much lost everything that I had, meaning the fancy cars, the motorcycle, the cribs, the friends, the business associates. I mean, everything went away.
Wow.
And my pride for the longest time would not let me admit to the fact that I need goddamn help. So to make a long story short, I ended up filing for bankruptcy. And my pride, I mean, it was the biggest damn pill I ever had to swallow, because I was so used to, no matter how bad things in my life got, I was always able to get out there and grind and, you know, hustle and bustle and make things happen. Mm-hmm. But that was the one time the universal God was like, no, I'm not going to let anyone bail you out of this. I'm not even going to let you bail you out of this. Mm-hmm. Because you're going in the opposite direction of what it is I need you to go in.
Right.
So, and the crazy part about it, man, I remember feeling like, God, why is this happening to me? Like, you know, you've seen me get out here and bust my butt to get all this stuff, to achieve the level of success I've had, and to watch it all go away in a matter of like 6 months.
Right.
That shit was devastating.
Yeah, I can feel you on that.
So going from a position of pretty much I can buy anything I want to buy, or shit, I could take 2-3 weeks off if I fucking wanted to. Just living that type of life right then.
Yeah.
To going to, my ass is damn near homeless. Well, you know, it wasn't for the grace of family and they're being willing to, you know, say, don't let your pride keep you from asking for help.
Right.
So one thing I will say about that whole experience, though, is going from having everything to damn near nothing, it really made me realize how much all that materialistic shit don't mean anything. Mm-hmm. Because, again, when you're at such a high level and shit, everybody's pretty much eating off of you, but when it's your time to eat off of them, or, you know, for the roles to reverse, motherfuckers be looking at you all kind of crazy, man. What?
Yeah.
So you need what? Yeah, I know I owe you money, but I'm not finna give it to you right now.
Right.
Yeah, I know that was like 8 months ago. I said I was gonna pay you back, but I just ain't got it to give right now. You know what I'm saying? So again, all those crazy things happen when you have so much pride. But again, I thank the universal God for letting me see that, again, those things, they were meant to happen. It really brought me back down to earth, as they say. Because I was riding on goddamn cloud 9, son.
Hey.
Like, you couldn't tell me shit. I was doing it, boy. What? But yeah. Don't let your pride stop you from letting things go and people go when it's time to let them go. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, they're not going to be in your goddamn corner the way you're in their corner. And I said got. I ain't say God. I said got. All right. So there.
Yo, it's King and I Life podcast hosted by myself, Soul Touch the Poet, and my man
Son Soul Lex.
We're talking about 7 sins, and first part of this is we gave our little spill, and then we went into pride. I got some more on the pride part, but we're going to take a break and come back and finish up this pride part. Again, hit us up on whatever podcast platform that you subscribe to. Hit us up on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Like, subscribe, and share. Son Soul Lex.
Hey man, y'all hit us up at KINGANDEYE369@gmail.com. Again, that's KingandI369@gmail.com. You can always, hit us up on that Patreon and get access to that content, because I don't know, will we put this on Patreon or where we going with this?
I don't know yet.
We'll decide. But anyway, like we said, the good stuff is on Patreon as well as, the rest of our platforms. But again, if you want to come on the show, hit us up, shoot us out that email. Let's chop it up.